Hello, Collective. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I hope that you are all well, blessed, and highly favored. Thank you for all of you that are here, that are watching and following this channel. Make sure you invite others to the channel. Make sure you please go share, like, share, subscribe to my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Instagram. Invite others to the channel. If you would like to plant a seed or leave a donation at any time, you could do that at my Cash App or my PayPal. But more than anything, thank you for just being here. For those of you that don't know me, welcome. My name is Stephanie Cardenas. I am a starseed, an angelic being, a light worker here to help humanity, here to create heaven on earth, and here to bring justice to a lot of things that are unjust on this planet and to remove darkness. Let's get started, okay? I'm not feeling really well, but I'm trying to do a little bit of work here, all right? So right now I'm watching a movie on the Emily Rose, all right? The Exorcism of Emily Rose, okay? I've seen this a lot of times in my life, but never really paid attention to it now, attention to it. Now that I am who I am and awakened and my gifts are stronger, really seeing stronger and paying attention to what's going on here. All right. So the first thing that I got was the name Emily. Okay. This Emily, I know a few Emilys. Okay. They could be involved with something, or there could be another Emily involved. There's something about Emily though. Okay. Emily could be a karmic. Okay. That's what I strongly feel. All right. Working with the enemy. All right. Last name Moore. All right. This name keeps coming up day after day after day. Last name Moore. So something about the last name Moore. Moore. And last name Carpenter. Okay. Last name Carpenter. I know a lot of carpenters. All right. So last name Carpenter. Okay. They just said Detective Carpenter. Detective Carpenter, okay? What I'm getting so far from this movie, which I know to be factual, is that a lot of things happen in the late night hours. They say late night because it's dark, but actually it is AM. So, and usually demonic hour. It's very. They say demonic hours like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. This is when a lot of people do dark, which is true. It is when a lot of people do dark. All right. But that is actually the time that that God, died at that time as well. All right. The demons like to play around in this hour, those of the dark, because they try to mock God and when he passed away and everything pertaining to, God, Jesus, all in one, what happened to him was actually at this hour, 3 a.m. So the spiritual battle has a lot to do with 3 a.m., 4 a.m. All right. And the crazy thing is that I actually believe I was around these hours I was born. Okay. Many of you that are chosen, any of the 144,000 could be the same for you as well. All right. So, at 3 or 4 a.m., this is when spirits and entities, they come about. They come to disturb you. And I know this, and I'm only going to use what I know because of what is happening and what has occurred in my life, that in the last 3 to 4 years or even previously, if I look at a movie going backwards in my life, that these are the hours when I noticed that entities would touch me, would wake up, would bother me, when I would hear voices, different things, all type of, weird things would happen to me. And this is the same thing that's happening in this movie. Okay. Not only with Emily Rose, the one that was possessed by, the dark entities, the demons, whatever you want to call it, but also the other people that were involved with her, around her, which is the priest, which is her family, which is the lawyer that was trying to stand up for her, because these spirits and demonic beings, which are actually real beings like you and I, that's exactly who they are. They make you think like these beings are other beings, and no, they're the beings right here on this planet. All right. many of us too, we see these beings, they pass over, but in all actuality, they're not gone, okay? Fully. A lot of them, they reincarnate or they just shapeshift into another body. But let's keep going. So, um, I'm getting a lot of downloads. Like there's going to be a lot of exorcism. What has happened in history worldwide is going to be exposed about exorcisms and the Catholic Church being combined. Both of these two being combined. Both of the reason that it's usually always an exorcism in the Catholic Church, because there's something about the demon and the Catholic Church that combine together. It's something going on between both that, actually it's something between them. That's why you often will hear, oh, an exorcism, and then you'll right away people, oh, we go to the Catholic Church, and then it's like it ends up always being like that for as long as we've known, worldwide. So let's keep going. It says the enemy often uses women because women is the one that brings birth to beings in our world. So this is the download that God and the angels and my ancestors were giving me, because I'm like, what? I go, it could be men too, but it's more often women. Okay, why women? Because they could play with your body, they could possess you, the enemy, he uses, I always tell you guys this in the spiritual battle, mind, body, and soul. So he plays with your mind. He tries to use whatever your sins are against you. Like what he's doing with me right now, okay? He uses what he knows. You know what I mean? So now that they know I'm celibate or whatever, obviously they bring their stinking ass over here to my house, and I can smell their different stenches, because these demons, they stink. I'm like, get your stinking ass away from me. You know what I mean? And I already told you that these demons are actual people, beings that use black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, beings that are shapeshifters that could shapeshift and all type of things like this, okay? So don't just think that demons are just, they make you think like demons are the demons that are dead all the time. It's not necessarily always those that are dead. A majority of the time, it's actually people that are living, okay? So yeah, so they mess with the women a lot, because women are the ones that, women are the ones that birth, they bring life, all right? Women are the ones, that are strong, powerful, they use women a lot, okay? But like I said, they can use men as well, especially if you're weak. So what I'm saying too is, if you have a weak vessel and you're not strong in who you are or in a spiritual battle, and they'll use you, and they'll try to overpower you, because they know you're weak, they know you don't know your strategy, they know you don't know your tools. You got me? I was gonna just say something. They're trying to make me forget, because something just blinked on my phone, but that's okay. So yeah, they use people that are weak, all right, and they'll use other people in this world to do the same, that are of the dark, okay? So I went on. It says entities, spirits, um, what is this? Entities, spirits, shapeshifters, energy vampires, taking advantage of the victims. Oh, what I just told you. This is what actual beings. These are actual beings. These are the people that these are the demons. The actual demons are entities, spirits, actual human beings, shapeshifters, energy vampires, taking advantage of victims, all right? A lot of these people, they use black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, and all that to do what they do as well. And they're gifted. A lot of these people, they are gifted, like the 144,000 starseed light workers, angelic beings, but they choose to use their gifts in the dark way, okay? So a lot of them, they're being exposed right now too, because they taken advantage of their gifts. All right. And a lot of these people, they have lost their wings. They are no longer protected, like I am and others that are of the 144,000 that are doing what they're supposed to. So that means it's open game. Okay. So once they're taken out, they're out. It's over for them. There's no more coming back. So anyways, um, it says like, okay, so in the movie, what I was getting, it's like real doctors, humanity don't believe in spirits and entities. or voodoo or black magic witchcraft. That's what they make. See, some of them they don't, and a lot of them they do. They just don't want us to know that they know about it, because then how will they be able to say that you have a disease or a sickness if they tell you that they already know about spirits, entities, voodoo, black magic, and actually the demons or those of the dark are actually many of them and other people in this world. You understand me? Pay attention to the wisdom and the knowledge that I'm sharing, because this is going to solve a lot of cases out here. It says, what is not seen by the normal eye is also real. So what is not seen by your normal eye is real. Whatever the world has told you, about spirits, or you don't want to believe in entities, no, it is real. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you feel touching your leg, whatever you feel a sense in your house, you smell a smell, you see a shadow, it's as real as you and I. Okay? But they don't want you to know that, because then they won't be able to do what they've been doing to us all along. Okay? It says, I will be going to court to bring down many demonic abusers, as I would call them in humanity. So this movie is giving me confirmation that at some point I will be going to court, or there could be a court case going on what has happened to me and many others worldwide in humanity. There's big cases either going on already or they're going to be coming, and exposure is going to come out about everything. Okay? That's what I'm getting from this movie as well. This is the confirmation that God is giving me. It says, dark forces are coming against me, which I already know that, and they're coming against the rest of you that are 144,000. We know this because we're in a spiritual battle. Okay? It says warning, like the movie was like trying to say like a warning. I could take that like they're trying to scare me, like, oh well, we're warning you or whatever. A lot of people are going to come against you or try to go, or like they're just warned, like that could be the angels, like we're warning you. This is a spiritual battle. There's going to be many that are going to, which I know that already. I know what I came here to do, so I'm not worried about that. It says, and either should you, especially if you're here of the 144,000, you're here for the spiritual battle. I don't want nobody scary on my team, okay? If you're scary and if you didn't come here to do what's right by humanity, then you need to think about what you're doing. Rethink who you are, okay? It says, but I am prepared and well taken care of. That's me telling you and telling whoever else, because I know those that have ears can hear me. I ain't worried about you. Never was, never will be, okay? I handle myself. I always will. If I have to remove those that get in my way, I do that. Okay? I have the authority to do that. Many of you of the 144,000, same thing. Let's keep going. God will send a strong lawyer who is balanced. So God is going to put, whether there's court cases going on now about stuff like this, or it's going to come in the future, God's going to make sure that there's going to be a lawyer that is balanced in the dark and the light. Someone that will not be scared to be able to go to court and do what they have to do. Because once you get involved with the spiritual battle, no matter who you are, you could be a family, you could be a lawyer, you could be the judge, you could be whoever, you're involved now. Now the darkness knows you're involved, so now you're in the middle of the spiritual battle. You got me? You have to have balls, cojones in Spanish, to be able to get through this, all right? It says, and then I continue to write here. I got messages all over. Give me a second. Emily Rose is a lot like myself, and she is. Actually, she is me and I am her, okay? In more ways than one, all right? Beware of medical. They also work for the dark. I've been saying this continuously. You have to beware. Not every medical person, but a lot of them are. I'm sorry to tell you that. A lot of these medical people are. All right? They are of the dark. They serve the dark. It's what they do. All right? But a lot of them, they're not. You have to find the ones that are for real, truthful, all right, and real and balanced. It says the spiritual battle is mental. The enemy plays with the mind, body, and soul. And this is what I often tell you guys in my videos. This is what I'm seeing in Emily Rose. The devil plays with the mind, body, and soul. From what I see with this woman, like this girl, she wasn't strong in herself, okay? So he picked her body because she knew that she wasn't, probably that strong and weak or whatever, and used it to his advantage, okay? For whatever reason he has, all right? All right. The Catholic Church is involved with darkness. Not all of them, but many. Okay. Some people, I made this a while back about this too. A little bit about it, not too much. And it's coming out here again. God's showing me again. Not all. I just said not all. I said many are of the dark of the Catholic Society Archdiocese, and many are not. Just like there are many men on this planet and women, many of them are of the dark and many of them are not. You have to understand the wisdom and the knowledge about what I am saying here today. And only a mature individual or anybody with smarts would understand that. Because some people right away, oh, you're going against certain religion. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm telling you some. Okay? Pay attention. Humanity is learning of the truth right now, speaking the truth and no longer running from what truly exists. The truth is coming out, whether it's about religion, whether it's about these dark entities, these men and women of this world being dark, using their gifts for bad reasons, whatever. A lot of exposure is being exposed, but especially pertaining to gifts, power, magic, and all that. Okay? So, signs that I have awakened my twins that he never felt. Oh, it was showing me that like in the movie the guy was talking about how he felt. How he felt what he went through with Emily Rose, like what he felt. The guy that, was helping her, like her boyfriend or whatever. And he's like, she awakened me to things that I never even thought about, things that I never even knew. She literally like showed me. And that's exactly what I was meant to do here for my twin. I was here sent by God to awaken him and many others like him to the truth and what's really going on around them. Same thing what this woman was showing this guy, the young man that was with her, about what maybe he thought didn't even exist, and now he knows it exists. It says, whatever lawyer takes on the spiritual battle must be ready for all or anything. Darkness is all around us. That came out in this movie. That is true. I already just said that. If you take a case or whatever, especially concerning darkness or any of the men of this world, men and women of darkness, it's going to come with darkness. Anything resolving the enemy, the devil, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, it's all the same nonsense to me. It's darkness, okay? So you have to be ready because that spiritual battle becomes a part of your battle. And if you are not a strong man or woman, then you do not need to play with a spiritual battle. Only those that are prepared to take on a spiritual battle need to be in their positions to be a lawyer or a judge, especially pertaining to anything of darkness and the spiritual battle. So again, here I was getting, because they kept showing me 3 a.m., 3 a.m. So every night at the same time, these hours, 3 a.m., things start happening. Because this is when the demons play. This is when those of the darks play. This is when they use voodoo. This is when they use witchcraft. This is when the devil tries to play with people. He knows that, we're sleeping. He knows we're tired. He knows we're weak. He tries to take advantage, all right? All light workers and angel star seeds, the enemy attacks everyone at 3 a.m. All right, there's a lot of similarities that many of us have gone through. This is proof. Many people will come out, and this will come out. Many will say the same thing. And God says when there is something that is said more than 2 or 3 times, then you know it is factual. It says, what I find, none of these beings none of these beings attack know how to use. Okay, so like this woman and the priest, to a certain extent, these people are in a spiritual battle, but they did not know how to use their tools. They did not know how to use their God-given gifts, that how to fight in the spiritual war, in the spiritual warfare, in the battle. So you have to know how to fight in the spiritual battle. You got to know what to do, how to use your gifts. And one of the first things that you have to learn is that the enemy plays with your mind, body, and soul. You see how my dogs are barking? Because there's energies and entities in my house. I already put one scent, but I got to put another one. The devil, he's upset. He don't want the truth to come out. But the devil could choke himself, and the dogs could choke themselves too, because I don't care right now. So anyways, it says, many think it's the ruler of darkness but it's really the men and women of darkness, the men and women that are right here in the living. All right, we always want to say, oh, the devil, the devil. The devil is you and I. The devil resides in your body and my body. Hello, God resides in your body and my body. It says, on our very own planet and other beings from other planets, darkness and good is in each being. So there's a lot of people that are here that are darkness and of good. All right, we all have good and bad, but some are pure dark and some are balanced and good and dark. Balance in the light. So a lot of these beings too, these shapeshifters and other beings, they're also from other planets. They're other alien beings. Okay, you don't know that, but they come. All right, they could come. They could use their gifts. They could sleep with you. They could take advantage of your body. Okay. So it says doctors and scientists, spiritualists, all want to be right on the unknown that can't be seen with the normal eye. So you got doctors, scientists, spiritualists that they all want to be right, all right, about what's going on in the unknown, what we cannot see, all right? But some of these beings, I stated, know the truth, but work with many others that are of the dark as well. All right? So many people, they know the truth already, but they play stupid like they don't because they're involved. You understand me? So this has been going on for many lifetimes. You got doctors, scientists, spiritualists. It's an ongoing thing from lifetime to lifetime. But they all have to learn in the new world. Everybody's got to learn to get along and to know what's right and true. And those that are wrong will be exposed, and those that are right will be proven right. Okay. The name Aaron was coming out. A lot of these people, what they do, what I was getting in this movie, and then God started showing me in real life, because I've known people that have claimed they have schizophrenia or epilepsy, and God started showing me. So it says what they want you to think is that you have schizophrenia or epilepsy, or one of these human beings or beings are possessed, but they're trying to say, oh no, they got schizophrenia, oh no, they got epilepsy, but they know the whole time, no, they don't, they're being possessed, okay, by a dark being. Doesn't truly exist, all right, man-made. Schizophrenia, epilepsy, all that was man-made. Those are man-made illnesses. Okay? Those of the dark control those of the light, or they use their tactics. That's what's happening. That's what's really happening. That's why you're having an epilepsy attack. That's why these people have schizophrenia, all right? They're not balanced in the dark and the light, all right? And the dark takes over them. I wrote down, because they were talking about like trying to make people like me, which I know they do already, but they're trying to say, oh, well, these people, they're psychotic. They have a mental disorder. They have a disconnection from reality that many put on God's chosen beings. You understand me? They try to make us look crazy, but they know we're not crazy. They know that we know the truth. That's why they try to make us look crazy in this world, and that's going to be exposed. But in all actuality, the ones that are psychotic are the ones that try to make us look like we are psychotic and crazy. You got me? They're the ones that are psychotic. And they know we are not. Okay? Demonic possessions are actually beings more alive than you and I put together. So demonic possessions are beings that, what I mean by that, beings that are more alive than you and I, it's somebody like me that has gifts and can shapeshift, got magic powers and gifts, and takes advantage of people. Okay? Whether they are of the light or the dark. Because you got angels and you got devils. You got good and you got bad. You got the yin and the yang. It all depends on how a being uses their powers and their gifts. They're making people think, oh, it's the dead. It's the... Nah, actually, sometimes it is, but a lot of the time, it's actual people that are living and breathing, honey. Living and breathing. And I got facts of this. Okay? Because it's happened to me, and I know these people are alive. Full moon exposed. There was a full moon that popped out in this movie. My cheeks are getting red and hot. They're getting pissed, and I don't give a damn. The full moon, it was being put out here. Is so a lot of these people, every time full moon comes, that's when they start doing their magic and their spells under the moon, and they try to do whatever they do. They're being exposed for all this shit they've been doing under the moon. They're being exposed. The demons always find a weak body to take over. I already told you that. They'll all these dark beings always find a weak person to try to take over them, or somebody that they thought was weak, like they thought I was, until they found out I wasn't that weak. Right? Something between the demon. Okay, so what I was getting is for sure something's going on between the demon and the priest. Always was. Okay, so there's something going on between the dark and the priest, the dark and the priest. Whether it's whatever priest, I'm using Catholic, it could be Catholic, it could be Christian, it could be whatever, whatever. You got, like I said already, there's a lot of bad religious people and there's a lot of good religious people. There's a lot of dark human beings and there's a lot of light human beings. It's the same for everything, whether it's police, government, your family, all the same. Okay. So, give me a second because I'm trying to see where I'm at. So they try to give a lot of us well-known drugs given to a person going through a spiritual battle. So a lot of these doctors, what they do, since they are of the dark too, or they don't believe, they try to, some of them might not believe in it. A lot of them, they know it exists already. They just play stupid. So they'll try right away, like somebody like me. See, I caught on to them a while ago. They try to give me all type of drugs, all type of medicines. And what happens when these people, they give you drugs and you're in the middle of a spiritual battle? What do you think is going to happen to me if I was to really take all the drugs that they give me? My power will weaken. I will be too tired to fight. And then they think that they're going to take advantage. So they all work together. So you have to watch out. That's why they say, beware of the medications that you're taking, especially if you're a chosen being, one of the 144,000, because it weakens your immune and you will not be able to fight as strong as you would if you were sober in the spiritual battle when these demons come to attack you. You got me? There's something about the name Crescent. It could be Crescent Hill, Crescent, something about Crescent. Something happened in Crescent. It could be the Crescent Moon, but I'm believing like a town, a city, Crescent's courthouse, okay? I deserve the award. I put down here, I deserve the award from, you know how they always, like in the movie, they were like, oh, they had these doctors and different people going up there. They're, oh, well, she has a degree from Harvard. And I go, well, Lord, you better tell them they better give me a degree because I got a degree and it ain't from Harvard and it ain't from Duke and it ain't from nowhere else, honey. It's from Planet Heaven and from God. You were my teacher and I need my awards too. I'm being serious though, too. So anyways, they did this woman at first. I'm like, I was laughing at her, but then she knew she was very intelligent because she did know about the spiritual battle. And she knew about what I said. Exactly about the doctors giving drugs to chosen beings that are in a spiritual battle to weaken them so they will not win. So yes, the doctors are going to be exposed too. Nobody's, from the top of the line to the bottom, everybody involved is going down. God already said this. There's nobody's going to be excluded here. Now, what your punishments is, depending on what you did, how deep you were involved. So, it says, and then they figured out in the movie that Dr. Cartwright was involved with an exorcism. So, when you involve doctors, all type of things happen. They want to prescribe you meds, da-da-da-da-da. But even this doctor, like I said, some doctors are good, some are bad. Even this doctor was like, I knew there was nothing I could do. So he knew there was nothing he could do even. Because he wasn't experienced with the spiritual battle. At least he was honest. I give him credit for that. Okay, birds. There was birds coming down, and I saw it in the movie. When the birds come down, that's always a sign that God's involved. Especially when you see a bunch of birds coming down, and there's dark innocence. That's a sign of synchronicity, that you're usually in a spiritual battle, that God's involved, okay? Things like that when you see birds. I got download on someone's child in my church. Oh, when I was watching this, I was getting a download. God was helping me to remember this woman in my church, and her child was getting was having seizures, or epilepsy attacks. And God was literally showing me, like, this woman that I know, her child was being attacked, but they were being attacked from the darkness, those in our own church. That's what God just showed me. That's messed up. Because she's in a spiritual battle as well, they were attacking her child. They will attack our children. Believe me, I've seen it. The devil used my own children to try to attack me until I started praying and telling them, demon, be gone out of my son, because I know that was not my child. I ain't no fool, honey. I'm not no fool. Okay? So, yeah, this person, which I really don't talk to her no more, I don't know if her child's still going through this, but since it's a spiritual battle, they're attacking her child. It could be coming from her own church. It could be coming from her own people around her. It just depends. Whoever is involved that is a witness will need to know to so whoever is involved with any spiritual attacks, you just need to know that you have to protect yourself. Okay? Especially if you're involved, if you're a witness, if you know something. Just like the devil has ears just like God does. You know what I mean? So you have to be alert. You have to pay attention. And you have to protect yourself. That's why I always pray for my family and try to protect my family and do what I have to. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the more anybody's involved, the more that they're going to be involved. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes people just have to protect themselves, period. Because the devil could use anybody just because of the simple fact that they know, you're attached. Give me a second. Quiet. It says, in the spiritual battle, epilepsy disorder is a nerve cell activity in the brain disturbed, causing seizures. You see what I'm saying? So it all goes hand in hand. The enemy's tactic is the spiritual. That's what he uses in the spiritual battle and warfare, to try to take you out, an attack, epilepsy. It says, mind, body, and soul. It triggers. Triggers you, especially if you have lack of sleep, and you're taking medications and stuff. So, stress, alcohol, menstruation, all of this is the spiritual warfare to give you stress, to make you want to be addicted to alcohol and drugs. Especially women, menstruation, they use women a lot, I said. All right. These are all tactics of the enemy. You have to pay attention. That's why they say be of a clean mind and a sober mind, because the enemy, he attacks when you're not paying attention. The enemy attacks your body to make victims need medications which cause addictions, to make you be able to think, to not think properly, to not be able to keep you in a fog, so you're not strong enough to fight the spiritual battle. Confirmation. There is a court case taking place about me in a spiritual battle. This is what I was getting. All this I was getting today from this movie so far. And I haven't even finished watching it. And then I got the initials EB. The initials EB. All right. It says, and then the archdiocese is involved. All right, Archdiocese Catholic Church. I already said that. There's a lot of things in the dark going on, and there's a lot, just like with the rest of us in this world. There's good and bad. But whatever bad's going on is going to be exposed about them and these demonic possessions and these demons that specifically always is between them a lot. Not wanting information. See, the archdiocese, any people that are of the dark or doing things that are not right and just or balanced in the light, they never want the information to come out. We all know for a lot of years now, a lot of especially Catholic priests and different people were being that have been caught. Many, not all, for sexual abuse and different things. So some are innocent, whereas others are guilty. You understand? Some people are innocent, others are guilty, just like with any of us. Some of them have been abusing others, and this is why many get possessed to share their hidden ways. Some, not all. So sometimes as well, you could have an individual that could get possessed, and then they're in the Catholic Church already, or that's their religion, and then they get a priest, and it could be somebody possess an entity or a being that once was here or still is here, that is trying to expose what is going on with the priest or inside the Catholic Church or any religion or any church. Okay, so like I said, there are priests that have already been exposed for many years that we all know about abuse, like many others being exposed. So again, it kept showing the 3 a.m., which is witching hour. Again, they use this because it disrespects God. They mock God because it's the Holy Trinity hour, all right, about Christ's death. So this is why I started putting two and two together in my life the last 2 years, why I was constantly being attacked, why in the nighttime I'm often staying up. My angels and ancestors and God is keeping me up a lot. Doesn't want me to sleep. Why I could feel the energies and entities in my bed. I know which ones are demonic. Some could, well, some could be one could be my twin, but rest of them are demonic. All right, they're very dark, demonic, very nasty odors. They smell, funky ass smells. I'm sorry to say that, but for real, they have off smells, and it's just like, and or just the taste of their skin or the way they smell. I'm like, okay, this is not I could tell the difference. I'm like, you're not my twin. So I know you're not the one got it because I could tell. I'm like, you nasty and you taste nasty and you smell odory. Like, no. So smells make up. If you're smelling things in your home at 3 a.m., 2 a.m., weird stuff's happening, all that, you're in a spiritual battle. Something's occurring around you, okay? No, you're not going crazy, all right? Because I know I'm not crazy, so you ain't crazy. So smell this around me. Oh, yeah, I smell it around me. That's what I'm saying. All right. It says God sent you. So in the movie, it was showing how the demon was the entity was starting to mess with the priest, right, in his house. Because, like I said, once you're in the middle of this spiritual battle with any chosen being or whatever, wherever the entity lies, and you get involved with the darkness, they're gonna mess with whoever. So he started messing with the priest and the priest. So right away, like the pictures and all type of weird stuff was going on around the house, around the priest's house. Well, he's freaking out because he's seeing all type of weird shit happening on the pictures, the walls, and right away, I'm out here saying to myself, watching the movie, dude, he's messing with your mind. You should know this. You're a priest. Spiritual, mind, body, and soul. He's trying to mess with you up here. Whatever you're seeing is not real. He's trying to make you go crazy up here so he can overpower you. This is what many of you need to learn in the spiritual battle of the 144,000. Don't let everything you see get to you. You overpower it. Don't let anything overpower you. All right? This is what a lot of people are going through worldwide. So, I know you were here already, girl, so I don't know why you're playing with me. But anyways, I'm sorry. That was something I'm talking to myself. So, um, so God literally, while he was going through this in his own house, God came through. He made him run. The priest runs all the way outside and it's raining outside. So I'm like, yep, I go, that's what's up, God, because God makes sure, he's like, I got my people. He's like, I got mine. He made sure he went outside. It was raining. Oh, I'm going to bless you in the holy water. You're covered. You're good. You good, baby. I'm going to bless you in the holy water. Whatever tried to attach yourself, whatever tried to attach itself to you, you'll cleanse, because I'm going to bless you in the water of the rain that comes directly from the sky of heaven, honey, and you'll cleanse. So he got cleansed. When he turned around, he looked in the window and seen the devil, the entity there in the window, clear as day, and so did I. So yeah, this is what's really going on. What humanity doesn't want to believe or think. No, this is what I'm going through. This is what many people before me have gone through. This is why many people have lost their lives. This is why God sent me, because I am one of the strongest, and I've been practicing this for lifetimes. That's why when I say what I say, and it was funny because in the movie they were like, game on. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, really, God, you're telling them my words? Because that's what I say in the spiritual battle. I don't care who you are. You could be my mama. You could be the president. Game on. You want to get in my way? You think you're to come to me? You think you're to overpower me? Man, game on. Game on. Because I know who goes before me. I know where I get my power and my gifts from, baby. It comes directly from God. And a matter of fact, it comes from a lot of gods and goddesses, high priests and priestesses, saints, elders, ascending masters. Oh, yes, I have a lot of gifts running through my blood. I'm not just strong because of one, I'm strong because of many that run through me. Okay? And so are many of you that are of the 144,000. Don't forget that. So many lawyers are dark. A lot of you need to realize, like I said, with the doctors or any human being, there are many dark lawyers just like there are good lawyers, okay? There are many bad priests like there are good priests. All right? Something is going to occur on October 31st. These demonic beings, they're trying to, something's going to occur on October 31st. So be prepared. There's something they're planning for October, but it's specifically October 31st because these people are so dumb. They think because it's Halloween and the world always tries to make Halloween look like like it's so bad and this and that. Halloween's not bad. The dark people of this world made Halloween bad. Okay? You should never be ashamed to ever remember the dead or those that you love. It's how you do it. A lot of these dark beings, they are dark, so everything they do is dark. So they use Halloween as another day for them to do their darkness. All right, but they're gonna plan something for October 31st, so y'all better make sure you protect yourself or whatever. The name Jason kept coming out a lot. Jason, constantly. It says the enemy, he will use animals. Like you just heard my animals. They come here. They don't want me to do my work. They don't want me to get my message across. They try to irritate me. They always try to bother my animals. That's why I try to light my sage. I try to clean them with my Florida water. I try to keep them cleansed and do what I have to do. Animals can also, animals can also have demonic attachments and be shapeshifters. All right, so you need to realize that animals could also have negative and attachments and be shapeshifters as well. All right, I'm sweating over here because I'm sick. So yeah, animals could have negative and attachments, demonic possession, and I put down their animals are actually shapeshifters because there's a lot of shapeshifters in this world that have magic powers and gifts. And yes, they turn into animals. They could turn into animals. They could turn into humans. They could turn into whatever, a tree if they want to. Okay? I've actually seen some of my very own animals that are around me in the night, literally, not too long ago, shapeshift from the dog to a man. Excuse me, from a man to a dog as it came up to the gate. Okay, so just so you know. So that's where I ended up at. That's where I stopped at. And I'm going to finish watching the rest of it. And if I get any more information, I will let you know. But that was a lot of information. All right. A lot of these people, there's going to be a lot of court cases too that a lot of people, the enemy was trying to make chosen beings like myself and others look bad. It's going to come out that all these people are dark, that they're lying. They've paid judges, doctors, police, family, friends. There's many people involved. But the truth is going to come out because God is going to expose the truth, okay, about many people. And I am here to bring justice to the unjust. So pay attention to me because I'm going to solve a lot of cases. And be prepared. Be prepared for what comes out because God is amazing. All right. He's not playing. This war is already won. That's why the enemy's upset. That's why the enemy's going to any extent. He'll use anything close to you. So you have to remember that too. He'll use anything close to you. He'll try to aggravate you. He'll bring sickness. He'll bring noise like the dogs don't shut up. I've been dealing with that for the past 3 or 4 days. That's how I know. But see me, I'll break one of their legs, literally, you know, if they don't shut up. But anyway, so yeah, that's what will happen. So you got to be paying attention. This is real life, you guys. All right. You see, I'm sick. I told you I've been sick on my other video. I'm taking care of myself. I have to do, but this is all spiritual attack. This is what's happening. And not only to me, it's happening to many of us or has already happened to others, but it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.